We are live. Welcome everybody to episode 114 of the weekly comic wrap up, the show where we go through the FOC picks of the week by our brother Lefteros, and then we switch gears to the market report where we check out some of the books selling on the aftermarket and we bring it home with some of the hot topics. That's right, with all the news that's taking place this week. Man, I am excited for tonight because you guys got to know him as Steve. That's right, this is Steve, and Steve has upgraded. That's right, this is Steve, the segment where we talk with Steve, who is a new collector. He's been reading for a little more than 2 months now. Has no background when it comes to anything comic related, whether it be movies, whether it be comics themselves, no background. And here he is co-hosting tonight, which is going to be an absolute blast. I cannot wait to dive into conversations with him. Yo, guys, something completely off topic. I have to share this with you. Man, you guys saw the Jonas Brothers, right? There was a Jonas brother who came out with Lost Fantasy. That issue number 5 did very well, man. They did the homage to Final Fantasy X. You had the not Final Fantasy. You had Zelda Breath of the Wild. Amazing homage cover. But then they go and do this and they hit me in all the heart strings with this one. Check this out, guys. Jonas Brothers did a show where they were bringing on tons of guests, and they brought on Yellow Card and even Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Look how good this sounded. So good. So good. You guys thought the crossovers were happening just in comics with DC and Marvel? Nah. Jonas Brothers is taking it to the stage and doing crossovers too, which is awesome to see. So shout out to them. Guys, before we kick off the show, though, I just want to remind everybody, Comic Legion is going live tomorrow, Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They are going to bring you the new Comic Book Day books that are dropping this week. If you didn't get a chance to pre-order any of the books and you want to pick up some of these sweet books, well, man, just look at that. We've got Infernal Hulk coming out this week, man. That's going to be a big one. I can't wait to read that one. But yes, go check it out. The show is hosted by Lefteros and Chiapet. You saw Chiapet here last week. I apologize to majority of you, and those of you who enjoy him, I apologize just in general. But shout out to Chiapet. Jokes aside, man, always a great time to have him here. Great conversations. So check it out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They're going live. They're also on Whatnot, guys. Want to put that out there as well. If you guys want to check them out multiple times in the week, they're going live, man, and dropping bangers. Lots of big books that are dropping right now, whether it be Energon Universe, Absolute Universe, anything you could think of. And there's tons of great back issues as well. So check them out over on Whatnot, guys. Just go search Comic Legion, and yeah, man, you'll have a good time. And I want to remind everybody about something else, man. We've got a huge giveaway show that's going to be taking place on December 14. That's right. I know this week it's going to be American Thanksgiving, man, and I can't wait to see all the posts of the amazing, books you guys might get throughout the week. But most of the time during this time of the year, I get a lot of DMs about the turkey that you guys are eating that I don't get to eat because, Canadian Thanksgiving was a month ago. So, yeah, I had it first, but you guys go big. You go big, and feel free to invite me. I'm just like 2 hours from the border, not even. But anyways, December 14, we have a big giveaway show, man. Love for Comics is going to be hopping on, and we're going to dedicate this show to an entire giveaway show. That's all it's going to be. We'll try to squeeze in whatever we can for FOC. If you want market report, if you want to talk some of the news, let me know what you guys want to see. But I think this show is going to be just dedicated to straight up giveaways. It's actually my birthday week as well. So I'm going to throw in something as well for my birthday to give out to you guys and say thank you so much for the amazing year we've had together over on the channel. And of course, even on the Covrprice side, man, it's been an absolute blast. And Covrprice is actually doing a big giveaway this week as well. You might want to check that out, guys. They're doing a big Black Friday giveaway show, and there's going to be a ton of stuff that's being given away. Some original stuff that I feel like I want to say it, but I can't say it. But I will tell you, there's some, these amazing sketch covers. I can't say the artists, I can't say anything, but man, just check it out, guys. I want to win it, but I can't. But maybe I'll make a burner account or two. So yes, come back December 14. Don't forget Covrprice, like I said this week. Check that out. But December 14, huge giveaways. It's gonna be God knows how long of a show of just giveaways. That's all it's gonna be, man. So thank you guys. I had seen before going live like 918 subscribers. So we're getting close to 1,000. And let me tell you, once we hit the 1,000 mark, I'll say thank you again. That's all I'm gonna say. But all right, guys. I know we normally do the FOC portion of the show, and then we go live with the This Is Steve stuff. That's where we chat with Steve, catch up with him. But we're gonna kick it off with Steve because he's tonight's guest host. That's right. So for tonight, we're kicking it off with This Is Steve with Lego. Stevie boy, from comic noob to a complete co-host right here. What is going on?
Congratulations, you have the sidekick as a host tonight.
That's right, baby. You have upgraded in a very quick time frame too, bro. Like 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah. It's strange, but I'm here.
It's not strange. Don't worry. You know what's strange? What we were talking about backstage, guys. Here, I'm going to share this with you guys. You told me in this short time of reading, getting into the hobby, collecting comics, reading, etc., you picked up so many books. You're getting close to filling that short box. How many books did you read? You pulled out a list, bro. Share this with everybody.
You thought my list for movies was crazy. I have my list of reads. So I went through all the shows that we've done together so far, and I wrote down everything. I'm at 321.
Oh my goodness. 321 is what you're at.
321 of books read, not just books read.
I think well, you were just reading before even going live, so you had like 322 now. Is that what we're at?
No. I'm including the book that I'm reading now in this list. Yeah, I'm in the middle of reading the Rockefellers.
Nice, dude. Oh, so you're catching up on everything Ghost Machine, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, what? Okay, you have a list there. I'm curious to see the actual list. You mind putting that up again? I just want to see what is it that you've like really dived into. What was your biggest read?
Well, the biggest one was Something's Killing the Children. That was 45 books.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier if I go in order. Last Ronin, Absolute Batman, Do a Powerbomb, Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Wonder Woman, Department of Truth, Murder Falcon, The Moon is Following Us, Extremity, Exquisite Corpses, Beneath the Trees, Something's Killing the Children, Immortal Legend Batman, Batman, the Jimenez one, DCKO, The Monster and the Wolf, Geiger, Transformers, Hyde Street, Rook Exodus, Junkyard Joe, Void Rivals, Spider-Man 94, Rockefellers, Redcoat, and Empire Captain America.
My God, man, you ripped through so many series, dude. Even Lefteros is saying that you're already in the 1%, and I think he's referring to like comic readers and nothing else, right? The 1%. But yeah, man, another comment that he dropped that's pretty funny. For tonight, this is kind of what it feels like: a stand-up comedian getting their first, network sitcom. That's where you're at. That's where you're at, man. So it's fun to have you here. It's been fun every week catching up with you. I know we're going to dive into more things related to you because you've caught up now on majority of the MCU. You stopped at Endgame, I believe. Exactly. DC stuff. You're getting there. Have you watched Superman?
No, not yet.
Oh my God.
Who has time with all the books that I'm reading?
Yeah. Well, Armin's saying the same thing. He's jealous. He wishes he had the time to read all these great series. Armin's a dad. I know the struggle, dude. I was just at hockey right before going live, but with the kids, and here you are with 3 kids. So I don't know how you pulled this off. I really don't know.
Hey, the trick is early bedtime.
Early bedtime and at least 30 minutes on the dumper, bro. I know that's what's going on, man.
Wow. The iPad follows me everywhere I go. So
I love it. But all right, man. So we'll dive into more things related to Steve as well as we go through the show because there is a lot to talk about. So let's kick it off with the FOC selections of the week. Steve, for the first time, I'm gonna ask you, bro, are you ready?
Sometimes, but today, yes.
Let's go. You have no choice.
All right.
Vamos. All right, guys, it's time for the FOC selections of the week for November 24th. Now, of course, as I said, these selections are made by Lefteros, so please go give them a follow over on Instagram. Very simple, at Lefteros. You'll find them right there. And, of course, you'll find them over at Covrprice on the website where you can read the full articles for New Comic Book Day and for the FOC selections that he does every single week. Now, if you want to order in any of the books that we're going to talk about tonight, go check out comicnation.us if you live in the United States. They give you 15% off every single week of their FOC orders, but you can get an additional 5% off by using the discount code Black Crown. Again, it's comicnation.us. And if you're in Canada, well, you got comiclegion.ca. We just spoke about them. Of course, you got Lefteros and Chia that are handling a good portion here. But when it comes to the books on FOC, they're giving you 20% off every single week, but get an additional 5% off if it's your first order by using discount code ENLIST. Steve, first book that we're going to talk about tonight for FOC is Batman Static Beyond, issue number 2. I'm happy this is the first one we're talking about because here we've got the cover A, first full appearance and cover of Shut. How did that go?
Oh, I didn't enjoy that at all.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's not what I'm used to when it comes to Batman. Also, I don't know who half of these characters are. So for me, it was a bit difficult, and I don't think I'm going to give it a second chance.
And this is why I'm happy to be talking about this book with you, because yes, one thing that stood out to me right away when I was reading it is, you know what? If I was somebody new coming into the hobby and I wanted to give this a read for Batman Beyond, Static, etc., I got to say it wasn't as friendly for a new reader, but for those who are very familiar with these characters, it was a pretty good start. Dude, the artwork inside was a lot to take in. There was so much happening. You're going from space side to like street side. Batman Beyond, dude, Tim, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a good read. I'm looking forward to it. It kind of took me back to the earlier Batman Beyond days, man. Like, watching the cartoons. Like, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, for me, this was a good read. I'm gonna pick this up. Let's see how this character does. But so far, so good. It's not a rough start out the gate. It was refreshing. So I'm in on this one. Totally picking this up. But moving on from Batman Static Beyond, Godzilla number 6. Check this out, guys. It's a cover selection this week. We're going with the cover D here. Death of Superman homage cover here featuring Godzilla. And I think this is a very neat homage. It's very well done. Sometimes they slap, sometimes they don't. This one for me just kicks so much ass. I think this is a pickup as well, just for the cover.
It would be also for me because I don't have any idea what happens in these books, but has a cover. It'd be nice in my collection.
Dude, Godzilla has been on a tear, man. Like from Godzilla, dude, the -1. I don't know if you had a chance to watch that. Do yourself a favor. I know we talk MCU, we talk DC, we talk a lot of stuff when it comes to all of the comic book movies, etc. But man, you gotta watch that movie. You're really gonna enjoy that.
Definitely.
Yeah. You guys, I'm seeing a few people saying there's a bit of lag. Is everything okay? We're good. We're good to go. Everything's fine on this end.
It happened when Chia came in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah, that guy just completely ruins everything all the time. But I think this is an amazing cover, man. Everybody's very familiar with the Death of Superman, and this one here, great homage, very well done. Covered by Dan Jurgens. That's awesome, very awesome. I like this one. It's a pickup. But moving on, Void Rivals. You said you read a lot of Void Rivals. Here we've got issue 20, the Quintessence War event story arc that's happening right now. You got Kirkman on this, and yes, there's a lot of great news, a lot of buzz surrounding everything that's happening with the Energon universe. But right now, dude, this is a good point. No, the sound isn't good, guys. What? Still choppy. What's going on, guys? Hello? Still? We good?
Hello?
I don't know. Anyways, but for me, dude, this is a must pick up as well.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up, but I'm definitely gonna read it because I'm invested. It's a Gar's books.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Here, I unplugged my mic, put it back in. Are we good? You hear me good, Steve?
I hear you perfectly fine.
There you go. All right. Well, anyways, but back to what we were saying. Yeah, for me, this is a must pick up as well, man. And I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next with the Void Rivals stuff. Moving on though from Void Rivals, Captain America 6. This being the main cover. First appearance of Castlemore, Trembling, Salvation, and Ramos. We're getting the return of Shield with some new Shield characters. It seems we're gonna have here within this issue. Now here you've got the main cover, and then up next we've got the Casanovas variant that has the first appearance and cover of Salvation. Now I don't know if you're reading anything Captain America related. I know you said you're a big fan. Are you on the current run?
Not yet, but I think I picked up on Whatnot number 5 because the cover was just incredible, so I picked it up. But it's something I do want to get into because I am a big fan of Captain America.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm seeing like one or two people saying that we're lagging. So I don't know. Let me know, guys, in the chat if it's everyone's experiencing that. I'm sorry. No one's done anything different here, so I don't know. But anyways, back to this. What was happening with this, with the Captain America stuff? I was reading what Lefteros was saying, and apparently we were supposed to be getting super soldiers from different countries within the world, right? So we were gonna have like Captain France. We were gonna have I think the character's name was Star, representing China or something like that. So we were gonna have super soldiers from different countries, which I thought would have been a fun idea. But it seems it's not going to be the case, and they're shifting gears. So not too sure why. I don't know why the covers give me certain vibes. It kind of reminds me. You guys are going to think I'm crazy for even saying this, but it kind of reminds me of the. You remember when we got the first appearance of Winter Soldier? Chat. We had the two covers. Kind of reminds me of that. It's like you have the Cap one, and then you've got this one with Salvation. So I think that's pretty neat, pretty cool touch here. Again, that's just me seeing it that way. It's probably just a me thing, but really cool. I dig. But yeah, moving on from Captain America, we've got Nocturnals, the Sinister Path, issue number 4. This one being the cover C. Shubina has been on fire, man. Shubina is definitely an artist that Steve, fairly new to discovering Shubina.
Yeah.
But man, such an amazing artist, and without saying, dude, this cover is just amazing. I said I wasn't going to say much when it comes to the giveaways and stuff that are taking place, but
Well,
I'm just saying this is a neat artist for Covrprice.
yeah,
that's all.
Her. All the covers that I've seen her do lately, of what I'm aware of, incredible work. Especially she did that Pin Apocalypse, I think, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, those are incredible covers. Just on the tattoo point, they're like the perfect pinups. They're just beautiful covers. If I'm gonna do cover grabs, those are in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely wicked. So I like this one. This is going to be a pickup for me. Moving on, that are dropping Spawn 371. Here you've got a Spawn and Violator cover by Ingracia. This cover, dude, the artwork is sick.
And I'm gonna put it up right now. I'm saying it now. Mark the date, mark the time. 2026. I'm gonna catch up on Spawn. I'm gonna go and catch up. That's my goal, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm gonna do it.
I wish you the best, bro. As long as you don't fall into the rabbit hole of trying to collect every Spawn cover, you should be just fine.
I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them, but I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna be aware of what's going on in this universe because I got a lot of people telling me you need to read it. You need to read it. You need to read it. Okay, 2026. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, best of luck to you, bro. Best of luck. Just that alone. Look, we're at 371. Okay, so
Yeah.
but best of luck. One of the nicest covers available this week, in my opinion. Moving on, though, I know you're a big Star Wars fan. This Han Solo one. Mercado did an
Yeah.
amazing job with this. What do you think of this?
I think it's incredible. I like it that it's not giving the Harrison Ford look to it. It's giving like its own Han Solo danger. I don't know. I think it's steering away from the movie looks. Fantastic cover. Something I definitely will read.
It's interesting because I kind of felt like the Ford look was kind of there.
Kind of looks like Clint Eastwood after, like before he got really old, you know?
I see that. I could see that. But yeah, I think it's a very nice cover selection for this week. Moving on, though, guys. Amazing Spider-Man issue 15. This being the second print, first appearance of Glitch. Now, Joe Kelly. I've said it time and time again. Right now is probably doing some of the best work on Spider-Man. If you guys read, when I say best work on Spider-Man, I do want to correct myself. Not ever. Joe Kelly. If you guys are reading, man, some of the stuff that's happening with Peter Parker, you got a little frisky here. You got a little freaky and dirty and down, baby. At the end of this issue. Issue 16, we explore some of the Norman Osborn stuff that's happening right now. But this particular suit that he had here now comes to life. Kind of reminds me a lot of Warlock. If you guys remember New Mutants, man, the whole Warlock stuff. Kind of gives me that vibe. But here we got the first appearance of Glitch, which is the suit that basically comes to be its own character. And as Marvel does their Marvel things here with second printings, the 1 in 25 incentive is a virgin cover of the cover A that was available on the first print. Very nice cover, very interesting. Steve, I can't stress it enough. I think it's a good time to get into Spider-Man right now with this run.
I think so. But you had told me there's a few things I need to read before I get into this.
Yes, there's several things when it comes to Spider-Man you need to read. Yeah, Hellgate is wild, and Hellgate is still doing some things, guys. Peter is not 100% right now. Those dreams, anyways. Dude, is it that bad? Oh my god. We're streaming perfectly fine here, dude. There's no problems. Like it's smooth sales, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's YouTube, man. Maybe hopefully it'll be better on the replay. But yeah, you guys sound like Max Headroom. Sorry, man. I have no idea. But anyways, moving on from this. We've got the 50th anniversary Treasury edition of Superman versus Spider-Man #1. I love this so much, man. And who better to be doing this than Alex Ross? Yes. Now, Treasuries, we know, well, mind you, the book is naturally a pretty big book. Those Treasury ones are pretty mighty. I like this a lot. I'm totally going to pick this up because Alex Ross doing this cover is
I feel
sick.
it's a bit lackluster, the cover. It's missing something.
Oh, stop, man. If you see the original, dude,
I can imagine. I don't know. I feel like there's some details that are missing, especially in Spider-Man and Superman. It could be a little bit more enhanced. Keep the grayish background. Cool. I don't know. It's missing something for me. It's not something that piques my interest.
The original, man. I think you're gonna like this. Guys telling me so I can't come in and out. If I come in and out, man, you guys are you're gonna have dead air for about a couple of maybe 30 seconds or whatever, unless Steve wants to start dancing for everyone. But besides that, I don't know, man. I don't have anything open. Like literally nothing is open, so I don't know. I just have my, internet open, and here we are. That's it. Just us, guys. But anyways, moving on for this, man, because I like this. This is a pickup for me. Alex Ross. I wouldn't even get this signed by him. That's how awesome. I love this. But moving on, Venom 253, the 1 in 50 incentive. This is Clayton Crane doing some great work. I like the 1 in 50, and it's rare I'll say this. I prefer this without the trade because I don't like the border thing that I'm seeing on websites that they've got going for this one as the trade. Like it's just like some weird border. Kind of reminds me of the MCU covers, those MCU character covers, like when you had Spider-Man, Daredevil, Galactus, etc. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of it, but I do think this one looks great.
I love this cover. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. I find Venom covers, all the ones that I've seen, they always hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I do dig this one. Lefteros, I agree with you, man. It's going to be huge. Great way to enjoy the Alex Ross cover. Of course, he's referring to this one right here. And yeah, I'm totally picking that one up. Now, moving on from this, guys, probably one of my favorite covers that's coming out this week is Psylocke Ninja number 1. This being the 1 in 200 incentive. Psylocke cover depiction here by Archer. Probably one of the nicest covers coming out this week. But I'd even like.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Honestly, he always does well,
Yep.
Archer. Oh, beautiful women. It's soft. I love it. I think it's great.
Very good. I love this so much. Steve, if you don't mind, I gave the mic thing a shot. Maybe just try to unplug and plug it back, see if that works.
Yeah, I did already.
But anyways, for me, the Psylocke one is a must grab, and I'm loving this. I'm picking this one up in a trade. The 1 in 200 is way above my pay grade, but yeah, there you go, guys. He just muted. Is it still happening? Let me know. But anyway, Steve, you can come back.
I'm back. I don't know. I'm not on my actual mic anymore. I'm on my.
I'm starting to wonder if it's a StreamYard bullshit. But anyways, one big book that I'm excited about this week, man, is Absolute Wonder Woman issue 15. And this one being the cover A, first meeting of Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman, which is a big thing, right? Of course, this is something that we've all been waiting for and anticipating. We kind of got a little bit of a teaser with the DCKO, right? When we saw the 3 of them in the shadow, right? You saw all 3, but here we're finally going to see Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman meeting. And what I like about this is, for so long we've been so used to, let's say, Dragota, and you and I were talking when we saw an artist change within the Absolute Batman stuff. It kind of set you off, right? It kind of like it threw you off.
Yeah,
right.
It threw me off. Yeah.
Steve, we found the problem. You were the damn problem.
You were the damn problem. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
But all right. Anyways, back to what I was saying though, is we've seen Dragota, right? We've seen an artist change once, and it kind of took you back. Now we're going to be seeing Sherman doing the work here, and that's something I'm excited about, because over on the Absolute Wonder Woman side of things, the artworks have been amazing, dude, and I can already see, judging by this cover, man, it's going to be interesting.
I love it. Honestly, this is a great book, and I came in knowing nothing about Wonder Woman, and now I'm just like a huge fan. This series really brought me into the Wonder Woman life, and like I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, same, dude. I'm loving it, but by far what I have to say is my favorite cover of the week, outside of the Psylocke one, is probably this one right here, which is the Eon cover. Yeah,
I'm shocked. The cover B is so nice. I think it's Derek Chu. Freaking gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's my favorite cover.
No, dude, this one for me is the Eon. I like the Eon, and I like the Archer. These two are my favorite covers dropping this week.
Yeah, no, this. I'm not taking away from this cover at all. But I don't know if you saw the cover B.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, incredible! And I'm usually a cover A guy. In my mind, cover A, that's what the book is supposed to look like. So that's what I'm gonna get for my own collection. But I would get a cover B.
Yeah,
that's how nice.
No, I love it so much. Let me go check out. I want to see, just because you're talking about it. Obviously, I want to show some people what cover you're talking about. You guys had me all worried. Steve was the problem. Here I was canceling downloads of fucking Heather Deep Throat.
My bad.
I was looking forward to that, man. Hold on. All right, here. Let me know when you guys see the screen. Hold on, because I don't see you, Steve. So you gotta just tell me. All right. So you were talking about the Derek Chu one, right?
Yes, that one. Whoa, incredible cover.
Yeah.
Incredible cover.
Derek True does amazing work, man. This is a wicked cover.
Yeah,
Comic Legion's got it already on a discount, so that's neat.
yeah. I like it that it's a virgin too, and you don't get all the clamper and clink around it, and the blocks of that nice artwork.
Yeah, dude, literally one of my favorite artists right now. Dude, like I feel like I say that about every artist, but fuck,
Mhm.
Lyrics Lee, man. Oh, look, love this. So good, so good.
Mm.
A lot of great covers to pick from, man. When it comes to Absolute Wonder Woman 15, but for me, man, Eom just knocks it out of the park. Knocks it out of the park.
Let's
Look
be
at that.
serious. You're getting all four anyway, so
Probably there's a
yeah.
good, not all four. I'll grab maybe like 3. Which 3? I'm not too sure. It's gonna be hard to pick, but Eom is definitely on there, man.
No, it's great. They're all great covers. It goes along with a great series.
Yep. But anyways, all that to say, guys, those were the FOC selections of the week. We apologize if it was choppy at some point, but we all know to blame Steve, guys. Hashtag blame Steve at all times.
Yeah.
If you wanted to order any of these books from the list that we spoke about, guys, you live in the States, check out comicnation.us. They'll give you 15% off every single week, but use discount code Black Crown to get an additional 5% off. Canada, you got comiclegion.ca. They're giving you 20% off every single week. Get an additional 5 if it's your first order by using discount code and list. If we were too goddamn choppy for you and you want to just read the article because you couldn't bear with the sound, well, go check out covrprice.com. That's right. Lefteros will give you a full breakdown as to why he picked the books he picked. So go check it out over there. And if it's your first time here, well, we apologize for the sound out the gate, but we made sure to correct that shit for you. So we are ready to roll and continue on with the show. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment below. Let us know what books you're picking up this week. I thought it was even the red jumpsuit apparatus stuff, man, with Jonas Brothers. I thought Jonas Brothers screwed up my whole stream.
Blame the dabbler.
Goddamn dabbler. But not bad, dude. Not bad. You made it through the FOC selection of the week. It is a great FOC lineup. Lefteros, thank you so much for that. And of course, nothing too crazy. It's good. It's good. I don't want anything too heavy on my wallet right now, man, because, dude, the FOCs in the last couple of weeks have been pretty damn big. Let me make it up for you, to all of you guys, for the sound, of course. We're all excited that you're here and you stuck around with us. So let's kick it off with some of the market reports. Steve, are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Let go. All right, Stevie boy, it's time we get into the market report. Now, of course, we're looking at sales throughout the week that have taken place over on certain lists, whether it be the House of Stein, CBSI, Key Collector, Covrprice, Go Collect, checking sales, eBay, 130 Point. And if you've got Instagrams, well, I could assure you we're going to be looking at some of those. Now, most importantly, we got Michael Baker. Michael Baker, as you can see, he's here in the chat. That's right, baby. Time to shake and bake. Now, he hits me up every single week and lets me know what books are selling on the aftermarket. So we've made him a staple on the show called the Baker Shakers. So with that being said, we're going to dive into the first book. Before we do, though, I was actually watching House of Stein top 10. There wasn't really a top 10 this week. They actually just went through some of what they thought might be covers of the year. But I mean, that is one of the main reasons why tonight is going to be very Baker Shaker and Covrprice heavy. So first book on the list, baby. Prince Alter Ego #1, baby. I made sure to shape this around you a little bit tonight, Steve. We go to 1991 with this one, covered by Brian Boland. You got 48 CGC 9/8 on the census for this one, and a 9/8 just hit $250 US. Baker Shaker this week, first one on the list. And dude, you and I played music, man, for many, many years, well over a decade and a half to say. And in that time, well, we'll say, yeah, about that decade. When we played together, man, we've had many stories. I always pick up as many music comics as I can. I just picked up one that had the Doors on the cover. Of course, I'm going to pick up that Linkin Park one every time I see it. But, man, there are so many more out there. And this Prince one is just amazing to see. I love this cover, man. This is actually, I think it was Piranha Print. I don't know if it was one of their first, but as you can see, the little logo at the bottom there, like where you would see the barcode, you can see all those little piranhas, and then at the top left, you can see their logo. But I dig this, man. I'd love to have a copy of this.
Oh my god, who wouldn't? If you just being a music fan alone, you don't even have to be a Prince fan to appreciate how nice this is.
Yeah, man.
It's a little rich for my blood, but definitely, you know, if it was in a decent price range, I'd definitely pick this up.
I'm positive we could find this in the wild, man, out there for way cheaper. Obviously, we're not gonna go pick this up at a CGC 98 price, but man, I have a hard time picking my favorite like Prince song. I know everyone's
disappointed there's no purple in here.
Oh,
aren't you just like a little disappointed?
Especially, you know, with a little more rain instead of fire in the background. Is that what you're referring to, sir?
You said it, not me. But it's a wild cover. I think it's incredible. I would have preferred a little purple for sure.
Yeah,
would have made sense. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I didn't play with Prince. I wish. No, I played with this guy right here.
The jester.
You know, I love this because it's officially licensed. God rest his soul. Yeah, absolutely, man. Prince is just absolutely a legend. It goes without saying, man. I think this is amazing to have in your collection. Prince or no Prince fan, man, the cover is awesome, man. I think, you know, Brian Boland did an amazing job with this one. I like the leather tassels. When doves cry and it's not even close. Hey, that's fair, man. I have, dude, it's up there with all of them for me. So if you ask me to pick a favorite, I can't pick a favorite. I feel like Purple Rain, just like everybody knows it. Oh, speaking of Purple Rain, remember Chocolate Rain?
Okay.
That is a throwback, guys. To like, if you want to talk old school internet, man, like that was one of the first stupid videos I saw with fucking, what was the Maya He guy? You know which one?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's crazy. But anyways, Prince Alter Ego, number one, man. The CGC 98 for this one, $250. Yes, it was dial-up days. Apparently, that's what I was experiencing tonight out the gate. So I felt like I needed to give you that throwback. But anyways. Moving on from this, guys, we go to Ultimate Fantastic Four, issue 25. This amazing Greg Land cover that features, of course, Sue Storm and Namor on it. 2006 here, guys. 698s on the CGC census for this one, and a 98 sold for $212 US. Cover price daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. And one thing I want to talk about here is, you know, you told me you pretty much stopped at Endgame, but MCU stuff related, you know, we know that Namor is already in here. We just saw within Wakanda Forever, and I'm not sure what's causing this. We saw Fantastic Four now. There's a history between these two characters. Will it play out on the big screen? Is that what people are anticipating? Is this what people are thinking?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
It looks like Showgirls 2 over here, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't feel like the MCU would go down this road. I think they'll maybe tease some tension over on, you know, the big screen, but I don't think we'll ever see anything related to this. Mind you, in the main timeline, guys, nothing really did take place on a big scale that like it needs to be addressed on, you know, the big screen. So I don't know. But very interesting to see that this cover had such a sale. It was a cover price daily shaker, and it did come up with one of the highest sales recorded to date, literally the highest sale recorded to date. I think this is Marvel Rivals bleed over, and that could very much well be the case because yes, with everything Marvel Rivals related, these two characters being there, I know that there was something that had happened. I had seen something talking about something when it came to Marvel Rivals, how there was a lot of interest in these two characters and their history. So, not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. Not that timeline, the other one. I don't know if he's talking to me or someone else, but anyways, that being said, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird that this got some love, but we'll see what's the story that we're gonna see on the big screen when it comes to the MCU. I hope they don't go any stupid route, man. We just got the Fantastic Four. Don't screw that up. But anyways, CGC 98, $212 for this one. Moving on. Speaking of course, Namor, Submariner. We're gonna go to Fantastic Four issue 33, Steve. I want to show you some old school books here. We're going to Before, as I said, we're gonna get the first appearance of Atuma, who is actually in the film of Wakanda Forever. So you might want to check that out. There's only 9/8 of this on the census, and a 9/8 just recently sold at $10,800. Cover price daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date, with only 8 of them being out there in 9/8, which I'm surprised there's even more than 2, to be honest with you, because man, seeing 9/8 from 1964, that's a hard get. Hard get. $1,100, pretty close to right there.
Looks like a cool book, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. I
What more to say about that?
I know you're not too familiar, of course.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
totally
not
fine,
familiar.
man. But Atuma, I really want to know what you think when you do get to the point of watching Wakanda Forever. You watched the first Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I think it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It may not be the best movie that I've seen, but definitely it was interesting.
So, Atuma over on the MCU side of things, man, when it comes to the character design, I feel like they did a great job. I don't know, chat, if you agree with me, disagree or not, feel free. Sound off in the comments, but I thought they did a great job with the character. Design was great. Wakanda Forever, better than Black Panther 1. Man, this guy just wants to start fights 24/7. What is going on? But yeah, man, crazy to see this in a 9/8 with only 8 of them being 9/8 and seeing the sale at close to $1,100. Very impressive. Highest sale recorded to date for Fantastic Four issue 33. Really wish Rivals would kick my Marvel Universe handbook spec in the ass. I don't know. Marvel Rivals did pretty good on the aftermarket, man. Now out the gate when it came to those little covers that we got. That did good. That did good. But anyways, moving on from Fantastic Four issue 33, we're still gonna stick with some of the MCU stuff because this I know you did watch, and of course, you know, it's safe to say it kind of kicks off with this. But Invincible Iron Man 25, we go back to 2010 with this one. It's the 1 in 10 movie photo variant. Only 7 CGC 9/8s on the census when it comes to this one, and a 9/8 just recently sold at $350. It's a Baker Shaker this week. I dig this, man, and I say this all the time, bro. These movie poster variants or movie photo variants, whatever you want to call them, I pick these up as much as I can. Now, of course, this takes us back to one of the, earliest days of the MCU. Of course, whether you want to include the Incredible Hulk or not, guys, that's totally up to you. I don't want to hear it. But when it comes to Invincible Iron Man, that was the movie that really got people talking. Holy cow, where we got something huge. And then we got the entire MCU expansion out of this film.
But is this covering the first or the second Iron Man?
This is the first Iron Man.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, great movie. Loved it. I was a big fan of the Iron Man movies.
Oh, yeah.
And if I find this in the wild, I will pick it up. That's for sure.
Now, hold on. I have to ask you this, bro, because now you just said you're a big fan of the Iron Man movies. Did you like Iron Man 3?
I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. It was okay. Things bothered me in that movie, but I could let them go. That's fine.
I haven't judged you until now.
That's fine.
we did good for 2 months, Steve.
That's fine. You can judge me all you want.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Chia's saying that Iron Man 3 was fun. I thought it was dog shit.
Okay, I don't like it anymore.
I hate it. But yeah, I thought 2 was better when rewatched. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, ask Newbie about Iron Man 3, dude. Anyways, but yeah, no, I enjoy Iron Man 2, dude. Mickey Rourke did a great job. I thought he did a great job as Whiplash. It was all right, man. Sure, it wasn't the best film out of the trilogy. I still think Iron Man 1 kicks all of their asses. It goes in order, man. It starts with 1, then 2, and then 3.
I agree, but 3, I don't think 3 was as bad as everybody makes it seem. I still think it was okay.
I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah, but you're like so into like all of the details and all that stuff. For like somebody like me who's new and who's watching, it's probably not as bad. But The more you know about the character and what it's supposed to be, I assume it would piss you off.
It just didn't feel right. Like it just was. It just felt wrong. Just felt wrong.
Explain to me how wrong, please. I want to know.
Very wrong. Like when you're in an elevator and somebody just rips ass like that, like that. You're like, you seriously,
And just walks out and smiles. Yeah, okay, I get it.
But anyways, moving on from this, because the 9/8 for this one sold at $350. Superman 1, guys, this one might surprise you. No, I know there was a big Superman sale that took place this week. We'll talk about it in the Hot Topics portion of the show. But still, another Superman book got some money. And this is the 2017 DC Justice League Essentials Edition. CGC 9/8 selling at $200. Cover price daily shaker. Highest sale recorded to date. Very impressive, because that dollar book right there, yeah, you can see that. If you look to the top right of that book, it's a $1 book. These essentials were meant for reading, man. Reprints later on. These are what took place. And oh my God, $200. That is huge. This is great, though, for people, example like yourself, Steve, getting into comics, right? You want to pick this up, give it a read. You can pick these up. You know what I mean? At $1, you got nothing to lose.
Definitely would like to get into the Superman stuff. I haven't done yet, but I feel like at $200 is that cheap for a book like this?
It's honestly beyond expensive, in my opinion, because this is a dollar book all day. I would have never thought this would be selling for $200. Yeah, dollar
I just feel
book.
like a Superman 1 would be always expensive, just in my eyes.
I couldn't believe the DC Justice League Essentials version of this, like the dollar. Wild.
Yeah. No, definitely something I want to get into.
Yeah. Question came in: did Steve watch all the MCU movies in order, or did he watch all of them, all of 1, 3, then move on to Thor 1, 5? Example. Yeah. How did you watch them, man? Did you go in order of the timeline?
Timeline. Well, I still have my list. I have it in order of how I read it.
Show me. So this is how you watched everything, right?
Yeah.
So run me through it. Give me like the first 5 movies.
Okay. I know I'm probably wrong, but I started with Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man 3, Dark World, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, blah, 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 blah. You know?
Good job. So yeah, you went in the
I went in order. I went like timeline order.
Good.
Not Disney Plus timeline order, like the actual one.
Good to know, man. Ozzy's saying that the fair market value says $80 on this, which is nuts, dude. Still, like, I have no idea what's behind this, like why it's caused that. But man, when I saw this sell for $200, I was like, oh my God, like I regret not picking up any of these things. But Superman 1, CGC 9/8, $200 for the Essentials Edition, the DC Justice League one to be exact. Moving on, though, guys, it's nuts to think that the love for this, and I'm not surprised at all by any means, because what we're looking at right now is Absolute Batman issue 15 in a CGC 9.8 at $200. It's the highest sale recorded to date. Now, this book hasn't even come out yet. It's actually coming out December 10. And once it drops, dude, I could only imagine how many people are going to be running to shops to pick this up if they didn't secure one on FOC on pre-order. Now, this is a pre-sale, right? This is just a regular cover. It's not the incentive, guys. This is not at all the incentive. It's just a regular cover selling at $200 already, man. I hope it holds, because when it drops, well, I won't sell anyways, dude. I always say I'm gonna sell. I never sell. Like, I'm still holding.
Explain
like 10
to me
copies.
how.
Sorry.
Explain to me how.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a 9.8 for something that hasn't come out yet.
Crazy. Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. People are already guaranteeing 9/8. No, Baker, this is not the Virgin, man.
This is hopes and dreams.
I made sure to like triple check on the Covrprice website. I was like, no, it's got to be the Virgin. No, it was showing that this was the regular. And seeing that sale, man, kind of blew my mind, because a 9/8 for this as a pre-sale, I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's a hardcover, bro. It's all black. You might, but it's DC. DC doesn't print shit quality like fucking Marvel does. So seeing this,
I have a black cover that has a few blemishes. I'm a bit sad about it.
Could this be somebody doing some shady shit on the aftermarket? I have no idea, man. Like somebody, running the numbers up. I have no idea. But regardless, it is recorded. So that's all I'm going to talk about.
Yeah. Did you pick this up?
Of course I did. More than one.
Okay. I got the cover A. And then go for this one.
Dude, I went for all covers. There was no way I was gonna pass
Yeah.
on the other covers either. A lot of great covers. For me, obviously the Jock is gonna win it. And I don't know, man. I saw the sale. I'm still blown away by it. CGC 98 as a pre-sale, $200. And yeah, let's see how this does, man. After we got Mark in the chat saying, I'm shocked that this Jock cover is going nuts. I think the Sanford Green cover is better, but the public has spoken. I like the Sanford Green one a lot as well, man. That's what I'm saying is there's so many great covers for this one. It's kind of hard to narrow it down to one winner, but
Yeah.
I do think the Jock one kicks ass, man. It is so damn good. When I first saw this, I absolutely knew I had to pick up multiple copies because it's just so good. I want to make sure I lock myself down at 9.8. So if ever I can get this signed, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. This is just nice to display. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful. I'm just on my absolute stuff. I'm on all cover A's, so I felt like I had to keep it going. So that's why I didn't pick this one up. I don't need two copies of every book. I just need one.
Yeah, all 4 open order covers, man. This is the 1 in 50 or open order. Open order, dude. It was open order. I was checking the Covrprice website over and over and over and over, and I'm like, man, it's showing me that it's the open order. It was not the 1 in 50 incentive. The 1 in 50 incentive had like a separate page, and it had nothing to do with this sale that took place. So when I saw this, I was kind of taken back. Pretty wild. Let's see, guys. Let's see as we get closer to release date, December 10. But I don't know. I feel like somebody overpaid. If this be a real sale, somebody clearly overpaid.
Maybe. But look how well the number one's doing right now.
Yeah, number one's doing great. For
maybe
sure.
Maybe it's gonna be the same situation. This is first cover of Joker, so it might go up.
Is it the first cover though? Because like, man, there's a lot of covers coming out for this one. It's not really the first cover.
Still, it's one of the first. I feel like it's gonna do well.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll see. But yeah, speaking pre-sales, guys, I'm gonna move on from the Jock cover for Absolute Batman 15 that sold in a CGC 98 at $200. I'm gonna talk to you about another pre-sale. Check this out, man. Ultimate Endgame #1. This is another pre-sale, and this one is the 1 in 1,000 ratio. Now, the book is coming out on December 31st. This is a Zdarsky cover. I remember when this one as well, when it came out with the announcement, I saw this cover. I was hoping to God it was going to be just a regular trade, but no, it's not the case, man. They made this a ratio. It's not open order. Raw copy for this one sold for $665. Already, cover price, daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. $665 is where it's sitting in the aftermarket as a pre-sale. What are we going to see as we get closer to release? Especially, who knows with whatever's going to happen in this book. But regardless, I think this cover kicks a ton of ass. I think this is awesome, man. Zdarsky did an amazing job with this cover.
Yeah, the simplicity of it makes it so nice.
Right?
But at the end of the day, you're paying $665 for a picture of Andrew Garfield, if you ask me.
I get where you're coming from, man. Especially, dude, you got to remember that shops, you understand how the ratio thing works, right?
Yeah.
So 1,000 copies need to be ordered. $665. I could see that.
Yeah, I guess so.
How many shops are going to be ordering 1,000 copies? I want to say a few. Given that it's blind bags, I would not be surprised to see a lot of shops picking up copies of this.
I think it's a great cover for sure.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I can't wait to see what's going to happen within this book, man. It is a shame that this is going to be at the end game, but of course it's going to spring off multiple other things within this universe. So looking forward to seeing this, and I can't wait to give it a read. Moving on, we're going into video game territory. Now, I know a lot of people are very aware of the Last of Us American Dreams comic book, and Last of Us got a lot of love. The TV show was great. I honestly, for season 2, I I don't know why, man. I couldn't get into it. I had a hard time.
I was like
And
that for the first season.
sorry.
For the first season, I found it hard to get into. Played the game, loved the game, couldn't watch the show.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because of the actress, but the comic had an ashcan as well. Now I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but we're going to 2013 with this one. This ashcan was included with PAL Region of Survival Edition of the game. So if you got that survival edition of the game, you would be getting this ashcan as well. CGC 98 for this sold at $326 Baker Shaker this week, and I think this is awesome to see because so often I see the actual comic getting a lot of love in the aftermarket. It sells for even way higher than this. But yeah, man, that small little ashcan, man, funny looking in a full slab. I agree with you, Michael Baker. It does look funny. But still very neat to see, man, because I would imagine this being a little harder to get as opposed to the actual comic, and still selling for only $326. Pretty cool. Have you ever seen an ashcan, Steve?
Nope.
I have tons, man. I gotta get you one. I'll pull you one out from my box, and just so you can see it and say you have an ashcan of something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think I know which one I'm gonna get you. But anyways, ashcans are basically like these little small versions with little, previews, example of the actual book that you're gonna read, and they're pretty cool to see. But in a slab, man, if you see these in a full CGC casing and the little book inside, it's pretty funny. It's pretty
That's
funny.
cool.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I gotta agree with Pacino, man. This was my feeling as well. Season 1 was great. Season 2, I just felt like it was terrible, especially playing the video games. You've played both. You said right.
I've played them. Yeah.
You know how that second one ends, right?
Who remembers? I don't know. I haven't played in a while.
I don't feel like it delivered. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the whole ending of the game kind of hit home, bro. It was hard. It was heavy, and here I don't know, man. It just felt like the show didn't deliver on the second season.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have this conversation later too.
For me, it's Bella Ramsey. I really think it's Bella Ramsey. That really like just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, guys. Call me crazy.
Oh my god, you're turning into Chia. Are you sure?
I'm not. I'm not. Well, somebody's got to get wild tonight. That's for sure. Yeah. The second game is divided into seasons. Yes. Was it as disappointing as Game of Thrones season 8? Worst ending ever. Have I ever told you guys my story when it comes to Game of Thrones?
Please tell me.
I never watched Game of Thrones when it came out. Like, I think it was out for a little bit of time, and everyone was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. And I remember being at work one day, and somebody was like, "Bro, you've never watched Game of Thrones? Like, what the hell, man?" That's all everybody was talking about.
Did you see what he just wrote?
Who?
Yeah.
No.
It was a proper ending. I hope you're not talking about Game of Thrones, because then we're gonna have issues, my friend.
Oh, hold on. That's a whole other topic. But when it comes to Game of Thrones, everybody was telling me like, dude, you gotta watch it and etc. And I'm like, okay, I guess, man. So me, dude. I think it was one night you and we had band practice or something, and it got canceled on a Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm just home and I'm like, oh, whatever, man. So I start changing channels and I see HBO. I see Game of Thrones, dude. All I see, because it was live, right? It was live. This was at the time that everybody was still waiting every single week for the episodes. I turn it on, man, and what do I see? I just see some like wedding where everybody's dying.
Oh, such a good episode.
That was the first episode I ever saw. Was the Red Wedding. So I literally went to work the next day and I'm like, guys, like, what did I watch? Everybody just died. I don't even know what the hell I just watched. Like, did you just seriously watch the first episode? And that was your first episode? Like, is that really the first episode you watched? I'm like, yeah, what the hell was that? So everybody's like, bro, you just ruined it for yourself. I'm like, whatever. And I never looked back. I never looked back at Game of Thrones.
You never watched it?
Nah, dude, I never looked back.
Okay, my friend, I know I'm late for a lot of things,
Yeah.
especially in this universe, but you need to watch it. And I'm gonna admit it, me too. When it first came out, I wasn't into it. But then my wife was pregnant. We were with our first, and we had no idea what to do. And I whatever. So let's watch Game of Thrones. We went through all 8 seasons in like maybe a month, and we
Really?
loved it. And because we were watching it so often, when my daughter was born, when she was all fussy and whatever, I'd play the Game of Thrones theme song, and she'd fall asleep. That's what she heard every night for fucking what, a month and a half, right before she was born. But yeah, season 8 was garbage, but everything else was great. What a show!
I guess I got to take your word and the chat's word and go back to watch it because, man,
Yeah, you
that's
have
it.
to.
After that conversation, I was like, yeah, I'm just not even gonna bother with this. I just saw everybody die. I didn't even know what was going on.
Oh no, it's if you don't understand, it's difficult. But there's gonna be episodes that are more wild than that. You need to sit down. You need to give it a shot.
Yeah, but I had no connection to those characters as they were getting killed off, right? Like I was
But
just
that's
like,
why.
okay, cool.
But that's why for you it made no difference. But for people who watched it from the beginning and watching that whole shit go down, you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's the thing with Game of Thrones. Don't get attached to characters.
I guess I got to give it a shot, man. But for me, Last of Us, I don't know, man. Bella Ramsey just
Yeah.
she doesn't feel like Ellie. You know what I mean? Like the actual character from the video game. I don't know. She just doesn't hit. But anyways, the Ashcan, though, for Last of Us American Dreams #1 in a 9.8, it just sold for $326. Moving on, some Rick and Morty, baby. Steve, tell me you've watched Rick and Morty.
Pickle Rick, of course
Yeah,
I did.
Pickle Rick
Yeah,
is what it's
so
all
good.
about.
Yeah, Rick
Love
and Morty's
Pickle Rick.
amazing.
We go back to 2015 with this one. This was the 1-in-30 ratio, which is hilarious because you can see him milking right there. The cover is by Johnny Ryan, 125 total on the CGC census across all grades, but a CGC 9.6 sold for $350, man. Very impressive coin for this. I have never seen this 1-in-30 ratio, and let me tell you, man, it is hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
I didn't even know they made comic books for this.
That's great. Dude, there's a ton out of Oni, man, for this one. You're a fan of Rick and Morty?
I love being a fan is a big word, but I enjoy it.
Pick it up. Yeah. Honestly, it's so funny. Like I know you like Futurama. I know you like Family Guy. Like there's comics for these things.
I don't know. I've seen some Simpsons and some Family Guy ones, but I haven't picked them up yet.
You gotta you gotta like comics. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I find this cover so funny, man. The Rick and Morty one. So the 1-in-30 ratio for me, like I said, I've never seen it. And then seeing this, Michael Baker hits me up and he's like, yep, we've got another sale here. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is a funny ass cover. I don't know why I find this so funny. Hilarious. Yeah. But anyways, it's awesome to see, like I said, as somebody who's never seen it, I always see the issue #1. Just the regular cover A. I always see that one, but this 1-in-30 is one I've never seen, and a 9.6, not even a 9.8, selling at $350 is pretty impressive, man. So always cool to see that one. All my Rick Mortys are readers. I think somebody, a Canadian survivalist is talking about the Last of Us maybe getting a spinoff. Ellie, we'll see. I hope not. Jesus Christ. Uncanny X-Men 423, guys. I want to show you this because we go back to 2003 with this. Now, Steve, this is something that's pretty interesting, and you're going to see time and time again. It's a cover by Philip Tan, but this one is a newsstand error that is printed with not just one, but 2 prices on it. That's right. At the bottom there where the actual barcode is, it says $2.25. But then you could see right there at the side of his head, you see only 25 cents. CGC 9.8 for this, because it's an error, sold for $650. Baker's Shaker this week, and error books, Steve, believe it or not, man, command such premiums as I'm showing you right now. Crazy to think. Is that something you would have even caught on to had you looked at this cover?
At first glance, definitely not, but maybe within a few looks, probably would have seen, like, that's a bit weird, but I didn't think that mistakes would make it more valuable.
Yep.
I guess because they become one of ones.
They're a
Or
little more, yeah. Like sometimes it's just harder to find.
yeah.
When it comes to errors, like example, excuse me, this 423, you can find in just a regular very easily,
Mhm.
very easily. If to find it in this error is just a little harder to
But now
come
my
across.
question is: the whole print run gonna be errored like that, or is it just gonna be one?
No,
You know what
no,
I'm,
no.
you know
That's
what I'm
not the
saying?
whole print run. There's very few like this, man.
Okay,
Errors are,
that's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
yeah. So like kind of what Derek Nyman's saying here. Errors are scary. Someone might pay a huge premium for it, while lots of others couldn't care less. Now, to be honest with you, that's a great way of putting it, because I, for one, am one that I don't care for those errors. But it depends the type of error, right? Because some of those errors stand out to certain people. And a perfect example is one that I've brought to the show a few times now, because for some reason there's been sales of it so much, was Venom Lethal Protector 1, man. The background, which is known as being a red foil, there's the error ones that is black. And those errors, man, like that stands out type thing. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, okay, that one looks cool, and is like an iconic cover that everybody knows. Seeing it as an error as such, I could kind of see myself wanting to pay the coin for that. Now, not the type of coin it's going for right now, absolutely not. But I mean, if I had a deal on it, I probably would pick it up. This, I couldn't give two shits.
Mhm. Wouldn't interest me either, to be honest.
Yeah, but there's tons of books that exist out there, man, with errors that you would be very surprised to see what the aftermarket, um, you know, sales go for, man.
And also,
Dude,
it
I've
could
seen,
be somebody jumping, right? Jumping the gun, thinking people will pay for this, and then it could backfire really quick.
yeah, dude, I've seen so many books get so much attention on the aftermarket. I remember there was a book, I think it was around the time of the pandemic, man. There was an error on Eat the Rich. Yeah, there was a series called Eat the Rich, issue number 2, I think, and it said number 1. It was issue number 1 on the cover, and people freaked out over that. Just because it said issue number 1 on it, even though it was issue 2, it was
Yeah.
a printing error, right? I think there was some kind of recall on that. Like the publisher was saying, like, "Yo, send that shit back. We're gonna send in like the proper one."
Hmm.
Um, but regardless, for some reason, people like that. People enjoy that, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's
Yeah.
a type of collector for every type. Whether you like errors, whether you like newsstands, no matter what it is, nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I remember that Eat the Rich book, man. I was sitting back just watching people going nuts for it. I'm like, man, and I had one. I could have sold it. I didn't sell it. I was just like,
You had one with the error?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I honestly, again, it was the way I received the book after pre-ordering it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But did I care? Nah, that didn't change anything for me. But this is pretty cool to see. You have the two different prices on here, and Uncanny X-Men 423 with the newsstand error that's printed as a 225 price tag and a 25-cent price tag. And the CGC 98 sold for $650 US. Big sales, pretty interesting sales. Now there is one extremely big sale that we're obviously going to dive into and talk about as we get into the hot topics. So, Steve, for the last time tonight, sir, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, guys, it's time for the hot topics portion of the show. That's right. Well, to be honest with you guys, it was a rather a quiet week. I don't think we're going to say anything that's going to be too spicy, but man, we had a big sale take place this week, and man, there's some other crazy things that took place. One that absolutely blew my mind. Blew my mind, dude. Which we'll talk about in just a second. So let's kick it off, man. First topic tonight. Goddamn. Legend of Zelda. That's right, the movie. We got the first official images of the live action that's going to be coming out. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think it looks okay. I think it looks good. I think, well, Link looks okay. Zelda, sure. I
Yeah.
like this. It does feel like, a Zelda scenery, whether it be Hyrule, whether it be who knows where. But when I look at this, I feel like he wants to talk to her. I hope to God he doesn't say a goddamn word to her. I told you this, Steve.
I
I
know.
told you this in
We
DMs.
had. I know.
I better not see him say a single word. So help me God. So help me God.
Yeah.
If he says a word to her, I'm gonna launch, dude. I'm launching my Coke at the screen.
I'm excited and scared all at the same time for this movie.
Yeah.
Because there's so many timelines in the the Zelda universe. Like, which one are they gonna do? And it better be Ocarina of Time, or I'm gonna be pissed, like real pissed.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's gonna be a mesh of all of them, and that's gonna get me even like angrier.
Bro, I just want to see the fairy Navi
Yeah,
just like scream at him like, "Hey, listen!" Bro, that's all I want to see. And then you know what? I won't even complain. But I'm excited
Yeah.
for this. I know a lot of people were saying like, "Man, it would be awesome if Nintendo built their own universe," including myself, bro. I would love to
Mhm.
see that. And then maybe we get some kind of Super Smash Bros.
I was just
Movie
gonna say that.
as the
Oh,
Avengers movie type thing. But no, live
yeah.
action. I just hope this movie delivers. I don't know what storyline they're going with because I could see him
No.
traveling with her already. So are we looking at possibly, one of the more recent games that have come out?
Probably Breath of the Wild.
Could it be that, or are we looking? I really want to see Ocarina of Time, but I don't think we're going to be getting that.
No,
It is by far one of the best, and
it is. It's
you know
not
what?
one. It's the best.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's been voted the best video game of all time.
Yeah.
So
I'm a bit worried, but I'm excited. I'll be mad regardless, but I'll
let's
enjoy
see.
it.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out, man. But so far, first images, I'm okay with it. I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. Don't do Epona wrong. This goddamn horse. You can't do that wrong. It's just a horse, guys. Just do it right. But anyway, you gotta find it on the side of the road in that little cave area. Just like
Just walking into a wall, that's what you need, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, moving on from Zelda, guys. I don't know if you saw this. We're gonna get back into some comic talk. Scott Snyder, man. We saw the solicits when it comes to Absolute Batman 17 and 18. So we're looking at February and March for these two issues, and it's gonna be a special two-part story by Snyder, and of course you got Eric Canete. That has Bruce facing off with their version of Poison Ivy. Judging by this cover, very, very
Yeah.
trippy cover. Love this cover. But there's going to be a couple of surprises in issue 17. Big enough DC is redacting the covers for 18. Now, I'm looking on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Absolute Batman with a chainsaw in his arm? Like, is this going to be something he's adding on to the suit?
I guess this is the only way to take her down.
I don't know, man, but it's very, very interesting. I like this,
But
man.
wait, now does this mean that Scarecrow is going to be pushed back?
Very possible. I think we could expect Scarecrow.
I love my Poison Ivy, but I'm so excited for all Absolute Scarecrow.
Oh, dude, Absolute Scarecrow is gonna be
I think he's
honestly,
going to be more terrifying than the Joker.
I think he's gonna be more terrifying than Scarecrow in the regular, dude. Scarecrow is pretty intense, but
Yeah.
on the Absolute side of things, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of a Scarecrow we're gonna see. But now we're seeing this Poison Ivy. It looks like I said, man, on that right hand side, is that some chainsaw he's got, like
Yeah.
tied to him in his arm, knowing Absolute Batman? I wouldn't be surprised, right?
Mm.
But you could see that he's already saying, man, that 17 is going to be big enough, but that 18, man, and I kind of like what Chia's saying here, man. Are they hiding the cover because we're going to be seeing a Robin or the Robins? Like, what are we expecting to see on issue 18? So I have no idea, but goddamn, man, I'm excited for the Poison Ivy.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited. She's definitely one of my favorites.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. You might want to keep an eye out for these two.
Yeah.
Don't say we didn't give you a heads up, but I'm excited to see, of course, the Poison Ivy stuff. 2 issues, cool. I'm on board for that, but what they're doing after now is piquing my interest. So yeah, can't wait to see what's gonna come of this. Moving on though from the Absolute Batman stuff, bittersweet, I guess we could say when it comes to this. But guys, apparently the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin movie got shelved. But guess what? There's going to be a new live action movie, and they're going to aim to Sonic-fy the franchise. Now, what the hell are we even saying here, guys? Basically, Neil H. Moritz is in talks to produce the live action movie that they're shifting gears towards. Basically, that's the producer behind the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. And if I could be honest with you guys, it's funny because we just were watching Sonic 3 as I was putting the kids to bed. I'm more than fine with that. I am more than fine with that. I think they did a great job with the Sonic stuff. I'm bummed as shit. Like, I'm really bummed that we're not getting The Last Ronin because The Last Ronin's awesome. But hey, man, if we're not going to get Last Ronin in live action, I'm cool with it in an animated. I think it would actually do really good in an animated. But I do have faith here, knowing that, you know, the producer behind Sonic is going to be behind this. Did you watch any of the Sonic movies?
The first one only. I haven't watched the others.
Yeah. So Derek is saying Sonic-fy means give them creepy teeth. Dude, you know what? One thing I will say, I have to give kudos where, you know, where credit is due. They listen to the fans, man. When they dropped that first trailer of Sonic, bro, everybody went savage on the, you know, the internet, so whether it be X, whether it be Facebook, bro. I think they were even checking people's MySpaces for how upset the internet was. And
I remember that. They were bad though.
Oh, it was great, and the memes were even better, even better. But they listened, man. They made the adjustment, and I think that adjustment saved the entire franchise and became a hit. So if that be the case for the TMNT stuff, I'm okay with this. I am okay with this. Like, let's move forward. Dude, I think, you know, the original TMNT stuff, those movies were just like glorious. But in 2026 and on, I'm all for this, man. I want to see this. It's sad that we're losing The Last Ronin, but live action TMNT is gonna be awesome.
I hope we're only losing it for now, and we might get it later, because this story is great, and it should be in a movie.
Yeah,
I don't want it to turn out like the TMNT movies that came out a few years ago. Those ones, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah,
I didn't like the way the turtles looked.
Mark saying Sonic-fy equals lighthearted fun. I hope. Well, look, I mean, the turtles are always kind of lighthearted, but at the same time, man, some of the stories are, majority of the stories are very intense. I think they can give a good balance, but I don't want to see that, to be honest with you. Like, if they're gonna just make it like a little too kid-like, you know what I mean? Like, Sonic kind of feels targeted towards kids, but they hit all the nostalgia feels. Like, when you watch Sonic 3, you know they were talking to their fans, man, especially fans that played Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff like that. So I think, you know, if they can continue that type of fan service out the gate with whatever the first live action is going to be for TMNT, Jesus, Kilted's Corgi, don't give me hope like that. Don't give me hope like that. I could see April O'Neil, totally. That's all I could see right now.
I can see it in her shirt.
Just stop. Let's point out the obvious, dude.
Yeah. But yeah. No, my only request is if they do another TMNT movie, Seamus has to do with Rocksteady.
That would be hilarious. Yeah,
because it was amazing. But anyway.
Yeah, but man, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to hearing more though. If they're going to be, you know, moving forward with this live action, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this because I have high hopes, knowing that the producer of Sonic is going to be on this one. Guys, back to comics though. Check this out, man. I don't know if I know blind bags are coming and coming, and they just keep coming. And here we
Mhm.
go, because Image now has a stocking stuffer blind bag. That's right. Now, what is going on with this? This is actually pretty interesting. Image Comics and Gonk Bonk are teaming up to slip something extra merry onto comic shop shelves this year with the debut of the 2025 Image Comics Holiday Blind Bag, a limited, highly collectible, holly jolly surprise, perfect for a stocking stuffer this December. That's right. So each festive blind bag will include one rare ratio variant guaranteed to be at least a 1 in 25, but could even be a 1 in 100 incentive ratio plucked from the archives at random to delight collectors this season. Some of the series whose incentive ratios may appear as a 2025 Image Comics Holiday Blind Bag include many of these titles you can see here on the screen, guys. So ones that stand out to me, man, you got Bitter Roots, you got Blood and Thunder, Bug Wars, you got Department of Truth, you got Deviant, you got Everything Dead and Dying, Exquisite Corpses, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, Feral, you got Free Planet, you've got like the Invincible Universe Battle Beast, which guys we all saw like majority of those crashed already. King Spawn, Lost Fantasy, Lucky Devils, Radiant Black, hell yeah, Rogue Sun, Season, Skin Breakers, Spawn, The Curse of Shirley Johnson. You've got what else is there? World Tree. We're taking everyone down with us. Witchblade, Youngblood Deluxe. Now the 2025 Image Comics Holiday Blind Bag from Image apparently is going to retail at $20 and is going to be available at comic shops on Wednesday, December 24th. That's right, on Christmas Eve, guys. So, few things here. One, what do you think of this? $20. This is your buy-in. $20. You know you're getting at least a 1 in 25.
Cool, but you have to know all of these books and hope that you hit like you hit one that you like. I think that there's too much of a list, and if you haven't read all of these or know all of these, it's like you're going in blind, and it sucks because you're gonna probably hit something you don't want.
I mean, that's the whole purpose of blind bags. Even if we go back to
Yes.
DCKO, right? Like you bought a blind bag knowing that, hey, man, I really like this cover, but maybe I'll get a different one or
For
whatever.
sure, but the story inside was all the same. Now you're getting different series, and you have to be up to date with every single one of them.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna spend $20, and I'm gonna get a book like Death of whatever, and I don't know what the hell that is. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
So this for me is a big no. Even if I have the chance to hit a Department of Truth or Exquisite Corpses, I'm not taking that chance for $20. No, thanks.
No, for sure. Love for Comics saying that they launched too late for this one. And speaking of Love for Comics, man, I meant to do this after we did the market report, and I totally forgot. But thank you so much for this, bro. Stop it. You don't need to do this every single week, man. I appreciate you. Nothing but love. But man, you're doing enough for this channel. Because guys, don't forget, man, I gotta put it out there. December 14, man, we're doing a huge giveaway show. Love for Comics is actually joining me to give away so many amazing giveaways, and he's donating a good portion of all this to the show. All of this is him. And I'm looking to add to that as well. So shout out to Love for Comics. But speaking blind bags, you saw a bunch of blind bags that we're going to be giving away December 14. For myself, when it comes to this, bro, call me crazy, guys. I'm not saying this from a in a malintent or anything. I'm not saying this to be mean, but it kind of feels like, and maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of feels like this is Image trying to like offload some shit that just didn't, like they have extra stock or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's their intent. Like example, like how do you go about? Let's say this does well on pre-orders, 300,000 copies. Like how do you fill all these orders? You know what I mean? Like these are all different ratios and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's going to be for different issues, how many issues.
Is it going to be number 1s, number 12s? You know what I mean? That's what you're playing with. There's a lot of gambling. Somebody said in the chat, you're gambling big time with this blind bag.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's worth it.
Chia's saying it's allocated. But that's what I'm saying is it's not being printed, right? So I don't know. It kind of feels like they're just offloading their shit that they have. Because look, when it comes to ratios, guys, like I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Sometimes there's a lot of weird ass shit that was happening, and I feel like this is just a clean way of saying, hey, let's offload our shit and try to make as much bang for our buck as we can. Right now, we see that the hot thing right now is blind bags, and maybe people will buy into it. I think it's crazy as a $20 buy-in, to be honest with you, and that's $20 American, dude. Like as a Canadian, fuck, it's gonna suck ass, and I don't want to do that.
Who wants to pay that?
No, exactly. But again, if you're into that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just for me, I personally don't see it to be appealing. If it was a $5 buy-in, bro, by all means, it's like, all right, let me see, let me press my luck. You know what I mean? $5, I got nothing to lose. $20 hurts, dude. Yeah, $20 is steep. Yeah, exactly. Chia. It's super steep, man. I think blind bags are fun as well. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I do like it. I I sent Steve a photo. I don't know if you guys saw what I posted this week that Mark Spears sent me. But the blind bags that Mark Spears did, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I went kind of heavy on that. Steve, you did too, no?
The blind bags, yeah, I got a few.
You didn't go crazy on a pre-order, but here, look, I'll show.
No.
Dude, I won. I think I got like 15. You know what I mean? At least I know there's at least 50,
maybe.
But the buy-in was cheap, and you know what? There was a chase in there. There was a chase in there. That's right. Hashtag shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Since you guys, you know what we're talking about, in case you missed it, over on my Instagram, I told Mark Spears that I'm not a big fan of his. Not that I'm not a big fan. I said that I prefer his originals as opposed to his homage covers. He does great homage covers. I think he does a great job, but just something about his originals and the homage covers he did. The Dave Stevens cover that he had done was just absolutely amazing, and I thought it was one of his best homage covers. Yeah, exactly. So I told him straight up, and I thought, he told me basically to shut my mouth with that cover because it was so good that he actually sent it to me signed, and it says "shut your mouth," dude. He literally sent me this, and I was dying. And he sent me another one, of course, this homage cover, and he says "shut your mouth, Lando." Mark Spears, love this. Love this so much. Yeah, I think it's like 1 in whatever 400 and something. Hold on, where are we at? No, not market reports. We're here. But yeah, man, I love these. But back to the blind bags talk. I love blind bags, dude. I don't have a problem with them. It's just I don't know. It kind of feels weird. Like it's like they're offloading some stuff. That's
yeah,
kind of what it feels like. So
the price tag is very off-putting.
It is. It's the price tag. If the dude, I'm okay with them offloading their stuff, but man, at $5, I'm a buyer. At $20, it hurts.
Yeah,
but I get it. The 1 in 100s being in there, etc. Yeah, Mark Spears is a legend already, dude. He's a legend in my books. I'm telling you straight up, I'm slabbing these to keep in my collection and put them up here because it's just absolute awesomeness.
Wonderful, good guy, Mark Spears.
Yeah, but let's see. These stocking stuffers. I imagine it's crazy because we're looking at the month of December, and as we get towards the end of December, you got this blind bag. You've got the Marvel's Ultimate Endgame blind bag. There's blind bags coming out galore. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these do. But anyways, moving on from this, we were talking Absolute Batman, guys. That Felix comic art of Absolute Batman 1. The annual, I don't know if you saw this. So Absolute Batman 1, the actual issue of Batman, Absolute Batman 1, not the annual, had a Felix comic art that did amazing. The variant, it did amazing on the aftermarket, like close to $1,000. And here we are now. They're coming out with another one. This Absolute Batman 1 annual by Daniel Warren Johnson sold out within 20 seconds, dude. Literally 20 seconds. People did not even have a chance to check out. And now immediately those who have already, secured copies straight to the aftermarket. You know what I mean? You're seeing some of those, and it's totally understandable, dude. Like, no one's judging a flipper here. I don't give a shit. But it's crazy how fast it's sold out. These Felix comic arts, man, people are eating this up, especially with the success of the issue number 1. What do you think of this, man? You're a fan of Daniel Warren Johnson. Look at that headlock he's got on.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful cover. You ain't gonna catch me dead or alive spending that much money on a book.
No,
that's for sure.
It'll happen, Steve. One day.
No, it's gonna happen. I am married, so no, that will not happen.
Oh, stop sounding like a fucking failure already.
No, but in all seriousness, I didn't get into comic books to buy expensive things and sell them to make money. I'm doing it because I enjoy the stories. I want to, whatever I'm buying, it's because I'm keeping, and I'm not going to sell anything. I might grade a few books for my own personal benefit, but to sell anything, that's not why I got into it. So for me, spending $750, that's one person to Cuba right now. You understand that?
I get your mindset. You're thinking as a family man, right? You're thinking of, man, that's a lot of book, etc. But here, look, I'll give you an example. Ticketmaster bots. Confirmed sale, but people going to call shady. So there's a few things, guys. I want to point this out. Already on the aftermarket sales that have taken place since the drop, and I'm not even kidding. Like, straight up, if anyone's wondering what I'm using to verify sales, it's usually 130 points. Okay, look, I'm on my phone right now. You can see there's a lot of fucking sales that are taking place, and it just keeps going. So just looking at these sales, I'm seeing like a lot of within the 420, 385, so we'll say 380 to 450 range is what I'm seeing. I saw a sale at $500, which is absolutely nuts. 625, I don't know, that seems interesting. But anyways, those are the price ranges that I'm seeing, man, somewhere around there for this one. And like I said, this sold out within 20 seconds, literally 20 seconds. Now, apparently, the whole Felix art gang company, whatever it is, they're contemplating doing a second printing for this. To be determined. To be determined. I don't know, man. I kind of find it strange, bro. I don't understand why it's going so nuts. This was $80 when it went live on Wednesday, just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's already at like $350 on average here.
Look, $80 maybe, but $750.
Absolutely nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Cuba, it's going to be cold soon. Why is it why is it $46 for shipping? Because I live in fucking Canada. That's why.
Yeah,
I agree with Lando's side, dude. I don't know, man. It's kind of whack. It's kind of whack to see what's happening on the aftermarket when it comes to this one, but I get it. The art is awesome. Dude, it's Daniel Warren Johnson. For sure. I ain't complaining. But in reality, man, I don't know what's driving this. I don't know. Like I look at the first one, the Absolute Batman #1, which was awesome, dude. I really liked the design variant style of that one, and I'm not really big on design variants, but it was really nice. It was good, but then I saw prices hitting like $1,000. I'm like, what the hell? This is surpassing the Akira homage one from New York Comic Con. This is surpassing literally the cover A. This is surpassing so many other books that I never would have thought that would hit the prices it hit. And here we are now looking at this, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what kind of a FOMO is going on for this one, but it's got people going wild for this. Now, Steve, you told me you wouldn't spend $750 because it's a trip to Cuba right now, but you're not wrong, by the way. I was looking at trips for down south.
I know. I looked
for the month of December. But I was, listening to what you were saying about the price tag. But what if it was a character or example, like, I don't know, who's your favorite character?
Well, right now it's Batman for sure.
Okay, well, you definitely ain't getting the first fucking appearance of Batman at 750. But if
Oh,
you
no.
had, let's say it's a character you actually really like, you know what I mean? Like you have the
Yeah.
opportunity to pick up, like first appearance of Thanos. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
you can get the first comic book appearance of Thanos signed by the artist himself in a CGC 4.0 at $750. It's a character you passionately love. You want this book in your collection. How does that feel? Again, it's a character you care for. This
So
is just a cover. This is
I
just a cover.
understand that. I understand. Probably still wouldn't do it. In my mind, I can't even justify by spending $750 for something I need for work every day. And I'm gonna go and spend $750 on a hobby.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, okay, my tools at work are expensive. It took me 3 months of working with a broken tool to be like, okay, fine, I'll just buy a new one.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's a lot of money. It may not be a lot of money to some people because everybody has their own value of what the coin is to them, right?
Yeah.
But $750 for me goes a long way. So it's like, why just throw it on one little thing like this?
No, for sure.
Yeah, that's where I am.
But there's a lot of people who will buy a book like this for $80, sell it for $750, and then go buy that first appearance of Thanos.
Yeah, I get it. But if that's what you're doing, then fine. Kudos to you. I'm happy for you. But that's not why I got into this. And that's probably everybody might think I'm full of shit. And they might think, oh, in a year he'll do it. I don't think so. I know how I am. I'm in it for the long run. I want to keep my books. I want to enjoy this. I want to pass them down to my kids. Even though they're girls now, maybe they'll pass it down to their kids. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Do I think you're full of shit? No, but I do think the day's gonna come that you're gonna start to figure out some loops and some holes that you could jump and dive through, man, and see how you can get some of these bigger books. You know what I mean? I think it will happen.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm jumping the gun saying I'll never do it, but I don't know. Right now, I don't want to get rid of anything that I have. I don't care if you come and tell me my book's worth $500 the way it is. Probably still gonna keep it.
No, for sure. But here, look, I'll give you an example. And by no means is this a flex at all. But like example, if I gave you, I don't know, here. I'm pulling out here. Right now, fair market. You know what? Fuck the hot topics for a second, bro. Let's do this, me and you. Fair market value for this. I'm seeing these selling at $100 right now. $100 a pop. We got 5 of them. Okay, there's 5 bills in front of you. You could sell these. You could sell these $500. You're selling them. You get $500 cash.
Yeah.
Would you get rid of these from your collection because you want to put it in your pocket, or is it because you have the intention of like, man, I can go pick up something else I like from my collection, which might be a first appearance of somebody or anybody, a key book?
It's hard to tell though, especially right now. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm so fresh and so new that I'm only in tune with a few little things. But see, like the way you buy 5 or 6 or 12 copies of the same book, I'm only gonna buy one.
Yeah.
I don't need more. The only book that I have multiple books of is the Monster and the Wolf, because I was cover chasing and I was trying to get the different covers.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I have multiple copies of that. Like I have like what, 8 of them, 9 of them. But more than that, that's the only reason, because I like the different covers.
Yeah.
But my absolute stuff, I have 1 of each.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Also, if anybody has 7, 8, or 9 and wants to give them to me, I'll take them.
I love it. But anyways, man, it's pretty interesting to see, man. And I don't know, I'm keeping an eye on the whole Felix comic art stuff because I am seeing a lot of people going kind of crazy for it. I want to see if they pump out more covers, man. How are people going to react to the upcoming, if they do a second print? So definitely something I want to see. Right now, I'm looking on the aftermarket. These are selling for pretty expensive coin, and it's mind blowing to see. But Anyways, moving on from this, I don't know if you saw this, Steve, bro. Some guy, I forgot what his name is. Hold on, I think it was like Bill something.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I totally forgot what his name is, but he bought 800,000 comics that he found within a warehouse. He found 800,000 comics in this warehouse. But to my knowledge, like he bought these there, but it wasn't just 800,000 comics, bro. There was like toys and stuff from the 90s and like crazy statue toys, etc. Nuts, just absolutely nuts. The guy's name here, I have it on Facebook. His name is Mike Wilbur. You can see this. He's got stacks. Like example of that Simpsons comics #1, which is a Fantastic Four homage cover. You've got a stack of these books. You know what I mean? Could you imagine finding 800,000 comics in this warehouse? A lot of 90s ones that, you know, people are now asking, man, does this drop? You know, that's, well, mind you, most 90s books are not so scarce. But it's not a, you know, there's seeing these covers, man, seeing these books that were in there. Like, I wonder how many of those later prints of Darkhawk are in there. I was watching Swagahaz talking about this, and obviously he, you know, he got excited when he saw the Darkhawk one, as he should. But one thing I talk about a lot when it comes to Darkhawk is, you know, those later issues in the run are very hard to come across. Now, I don't know if there's Darkhawk later issues here, but if that be the case, man, those are, like I said, normally harder to find, and especially in higher grade. Then you find this, man, this like big warehouse, 800,000 comics in there, and like, you know, if those later printings of Darkhawk are there, it kind of feels like, well, man, how many other copies do exist out there, right? People are starting to question now, like, you know, are certain things as rare as they seem to be? Which is a valid question, I guess, that people could ask here. For me, I mean, finding a ton of books from the 90s, well, whatever. You know what I mean? There's some good books from the 90s, but what I did see is that the person with these comics are now selling on Whatnot. I tuned into the Whatnot a little bit, selling off as bundles, like the full packs, etc. Pretty cool to see, though. Like, I'll be honest with you, I would totally buy those Simpsons comics #1 in a stack. If he's got a stack of like 20 or 10 or whatever, I would totally buy that. But this is nuts, dude. This is nuts to see a warehouse filled 800,000 comics in there. It's crazy.
Well, statement redacted. If I would ever find these many comics, yes, I would sell them, because there's no use for me to keep 800,000 comics.
Yeah. No,
But,
exactly.
No, there must be so much stuff in there that you didn't even know like existed, or you thought that there was some limited copies of, you know what I mean? Like, there must be some rare stuff in there.
I don't know, man, how rare it's got to be in there. Exactly, the warehouse is crazy and says a lot about how nothing is rare. I wonder how much more exists out there. You know what I mean? Like, this person just got 800,000 comics, full bundles of certain books. Like I said, that Simpsons #1. Like, dude, there was even slabs. Like, he was going through certain books, and a lot of them were not entirely, oh my god. But there were some good slabs in there. Nothing I would go nuts for. But I want to know how much this person paid for this. I have no idea. So if anybody knows, let me know. But man, finding 800,000 comics is just fucking, it's mad. It's absolutely crazy.
Finding. It's not even going out to buy them. It's you bought a warehouse and you found these.
I
The
guess.
horseshoe that's lodged deep inside of you is crazy.
Yeah. And absolutely nuts. Some of
I
the
have trouble
comments.
finding my socks in the morning. This guy found 800,000 comics.
Also a lot of stuff that you won't sell. Yeah, that's it, man. Like, there's so many books that I saw him going through, and I'm like, that's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. Oh, that's cool. That's garbage. That's garbage. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching some of the Whatnot sales, man, and I was surprised to see some of the books that actually moved. But you look at these stacks, man, and I wonder just how many of these are you going to see in newsstands? How many of these are you going to see in direct? How many different things are we going to come across? I'm intrigued, man. I want to see all of these boxes slowly opened. You know what I mean? I'm curious to see what other books exist in here. And like I said, it goes beyond books, man. There are toys galore. If you look at the bottom of, like, you see those
Yeah.
pallets, the skids, like I can see some Power Ranger stuff there, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Like, there's a
I see
lot
mac
of
and
Power
cheese.
Ranger shit right there.
See the mac and cheese at the bottom right?
Is it mac and cheese?
No, I don't think so, but it looks like it from here.
Dude. Yo, you want to hear something nasty, but fuck, it's so good.
Beautiful. Tell me.
So you're talking mac and cheese like Kraft Dinner, right? Like that type of KD.
Mm-hmm.
Do that, but cut up hot dogs, bro.
Oh my God! What you were born yesterday? I've been doing that since I'm a kid.
Oh, dude, it is so good. It's like nasty good. It's nasty.
So
Like,
disgusting,
you
but
know
amazing.
you're gonna have the shits, but you're gonna like it's still gonna feel good.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on from this, guys. One thing I wanted to show you is, of course, the big sale, man. And we gotta end off on a high. The record-breaking sale, man. Most valuable comic of all time, right here. A Superman #1 sold for $9,120,000. Record-breaking sale. That's right. It shattered all kinds of records. If there's a book that's deserving of that, I think it definitely is in the conversation for sure. But Steve, you were just talking about how you wouldn't spend $750.
Yeah, I know exactly. And somebody spent $9 million. It makes no sense.
Yeah. The guy's like,
know.
the guy's literally looking at you. He's like, "Hold my beer, bro. Hold my beer."
Yeah.
But it I don't know if you saw the story that is
I
tied
did
to
see it.
this. Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I heard it.
So yeah, the whole attic stuff. The brothers. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
So here, in case anybody missed it, I'm gonna share this with you very quickly because I want you guys to get the full scoop. I know a majority of you are very, you got your finger on the pulse when it comes to the hobby, and I know you know this. But in case somebody's coming along and hearing about this for the first time, I just want to put this out there, man. It's such an intriguing story. It's so interesting.
In their dead mother's attic, and it just made them multi-millionaires. But trust me, the story is even crazier than it sounds. So 3 middle-aged brothers who live in Northern California, whose names have not been revealed to the press for reasons you'll understand in a bit, lost their mother in early 2020 just before the pandemic. When she was alive, she occasionally told them she had a collection of rare comic books somewhere. But according to the Hollywood Reporter, she could never remember where they were, and so the boys just assumed it was a family legend. Anyway, after she died, the brothers waited 5 years to finally clean out her house. When they went up to the attic, after all these years, tucked away among a box of old newspaper clippings, they found them. The comic book collection was real and in surprisingly good shape. And get this, it included a near pristine copy of Superman #1 from 1939. Their mother had purchased it when she was just 9 years old. Immediately, the brothers knew, oh shit, we have something very valuable on our hands. The youngest brother, who's 57, told the Hollywood Reporter, it wasn't like we said, let's go find that comic book. It was more like, let's get that dumpster and just fill it up. Anyway, they got the comic graded by the Certified Guarantee Company, and it was designated a 9.0, which makes it the best maintained copy of Superman #1 in existence. So they decided to put it up for auction at Heritage Auctions, and this week it sold for a record $9.12 million, becoming the most expensive comic book of all time. Now you see why they didn't want to reveal their names? And to think it was just in a box in the attic for 86 years. 3 brothers found a Superman comic.
Is that not nuts, dude? First of all, I gotta agree with Kilted Corgi here. 5 years, man. That's some lazy ass kids right there. Come on, you guys, you gotta be quicker than that. But man, what a find! When the day is gonna eventually come that my parents will move on to the afterlife. All I'm expecting to find is really a wallet with Canadian Tire money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna expect to find Superman #1 or anything. But
Yeah.
this is huge. What a score, man. And then it comes back at 9.0. And look at this monstrous sale, bro. They made $9.1 million on this. It is absolutely insane. And yes, Heritage did well on that sale. I mean, if you have to put such a book up for sale, you got to go with somebody like Heritage, right? To do that.
Yeah. How long was it on sale for? Do you know?
They did it as at an auction. It was the Heritage auction. I know that.
One-shot deal.
Yeah, there were some people. Sorry.
It was like a one-shot deal. They put it up, it got sold immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
CGC also did well on that. Yes, they did, because don't forget, guys, given what the value is considered to be here for this, CGC takes a percentage as well. So there's 7 mil, the rest were fees. Pretty much you're paying like 2 million in fees. That's crazy. But even at that, man, 3 guys walking away, man, with like
3
2
point something.
2 point something mil
2
each,
point, yeah.
man. Like
That's
at least
crazy.
2.3. Yeah, dude.
That you didn't have.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna take back what I'm saying. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so here we've got the link for the sale in case anybody wants to go and check it out, man. But crazy. Yeah, buyer's premium. Dude, that must have sucked too. I wonder, did they come out to say who the buyer was? I know that the sellers don't want to give out their names, which I totally understand as to why, but I would love to know who bought this. I know that there was the guy in Saudi Arabia who just recently
Must
bought.
have been the prince or something.
I feel like he just recently bought. I think it was it Action Comics? I think it was an Action Comics, or it was a Superman one as well. So wouldn't surprise me if it was that guy. But man, amazing sale. This is a monster sale. So crazy to see. And I don't know, man. I don't think anything's gonna top this for quite some time. But we shall see in time. Steve, you made it from front to back for an entire show. You co-hosted, and you've only been in the hobby for like 2 months, man. So kudos to you, bro. Because guys, that was the show. That was the show. I gotta apologize to everybody for Steve's horrible microphone that caused all the problems out the gate. We need to penalize him. So guys, let me know how you want to do that. Comment below if you're catching the replay. He needs to be penalized, and we got to make it rough.
Me for This Is Steve isn't enough. That's fine.
I'm gonna suggest you the shittiest reads for the rest of the year. That's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have 1 month of just horrible stuff to read. And I'm not talking Turok 1. I'm talking like some really bad stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. But Steve, man, thank you so much for doing this. You just kicked off your own Instagram now for the comic side of things. Yes, tagging you in your personal account for a little bit of time, but now you've got a comic account, right? What is it?
Yeah, it's right here. This is Steve Comics.
There you go. Sorry, I moved it out of the way. So there you go. This is Steve Comics. Yeah, man. So guys, do Steve a favor, man. Keep up with Steve, man. See how he's doing, and Steve's venturing into the comic world. It's been a breath of fresh air, man. Talking to somebody new in the hobby who has absolutely, no ties to anything. Very just straight up opinions, no bias, and just simply enjoying the hobby.
I'm loving it, honestly. I do want to say thank you to everybody. My God, Comic Legion, take care of me like I've been there for years. All the guys that I've met on all your episodes, super nice, welcoming, and of course you, man. Without you, I wouldn't be here. You brought me into this. You cradled me like a little baby, and here I am, co-hosting next to you.
And I will rock you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, don't ask me for any fucking milk if you know what I mean. But but yeah, I agree, man. Comic Legion. Shout out to everybody. The chat has been so welcoming, and you've told me firsthand how it's crazy how many people from the little community here that we've built have reached out to you and taking care of you, man. And it's awesome to see that. It's really awesome to see that because you guys don't need to do any of that, and yet you do. So shout out to you guys, always supporting the channel, supporting everybody who's involved with the channel. You guys are involved with the channel. You are the channel, and it's as simple as it gets. I just want to give you a heads up. I know that this week is the Thanksgiving for everybody in the States. I know Cover Price. We're going live with the top 10 tomorrow. There's going to be no new comic book day show for this week. And I believe there's going to be no Shaker show as well because Thanksgiving, of course, the Thursday and the Friday, we want everybody to just kick it. On my end, there may be a chance that I might have to not go live next Sunday. I'm just giving you a heads up. If that be the case, I might just drop a pre-record for you guys because, again, personal life, man, work and everything. It might happen. If it all depends on work, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. And if that be the case, I'll drop that video hopefully if I have enough time to get that out to you guys. If not, you know where to find me. Cover Price, of course, every Monday and Tuesday. We're bringing you the top 10 on Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and of course, new comic book day. But just for this week, there's going to be no new comic book day show. Tomorrow night, though, I do want to remind everybody before we go live over at Cover Price, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget, guys, go tune in to Comic Legion. They're bringing you the new comic book day claim sale at 7 p.m. Eastern time, hosted by Chia Pet. And of course, you got Lefteros, who's going to be there giving you so much information behind every single book that's dropping this week. And circle it on your calendars, guys. December 14, Love for Comics is joining me live. It's going to be an entire show of giveaways, man. I cannot wait for this, man. It is always so fun to see you guys win. It's so nice to give back to you guys because you guys have been nothing but supportive throughout the entire year. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell everybody. Come and subscribe because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to take care of you again, guys. That's just how we do things. So that being said, again, if you want to catch me tomorrow night, don't forget top 10. Steve, any last words, sir?
Nah, I think we're good. We covered it all tonight, huh?
Yeah, I think we did.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, bro. And in case I don't get to talk to any of you who are here live or catching the replay from now until Friday, have yourselves a happy Thanksgiving, man. My American friends, take care of yourselves. Party hard. Enjoy the turkey. Enjoy all the grub, man. Share those pictures. I want to see all of that stuff, bro. I love Thanksgiving, bro. I love Thanksgiving. I got to ask you, actually, Steve, before we sign off.
Yeah.
Do you put the cranberry sauce on your turkey? Are you one of those? My wife does it. I find it so disgusting.
That's so weird.
It's so disgusting.
That's grounds for divorce.
You know what, man? The cranberry sauce, it does get there. Don't put ketchup on steak either, bro. Don't do that. Anyways,
yeah.
Have yourselves a great week, guys. I'll catch you next Sunday. Adios. Actually, hopefully next Sunday. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, maybe.